Cartoons were a massive part of many people's childhood memories in the 70s. From beloved characters to action-packed adventures, we're counting down 10 most beloved cartoons of the decade that only lasted one season. What happened to these shows and why did they fade away so quickly? Starting on this list is the popular NBC show, The Barkleys. If you do not like the 1971 CBS sitcom All in the Family, you may not like The Barkleys show because it got its inspiration from it. The Barkleys was an animated series on the NBC network created by David H. DePuty and Fritz Freeling. It aired from 1972 to 1973. The show is set in the suburban town of Oakdale and revolves around the anthropomorphic family of dogs, consisting of Arnie, a loudmouthed know-it-all bus driver, his wife Agnes, and their 3 children: Roger, a tall, long-haired older boy, Terry, a busy teen daughter, and the nerd and foodie, Chester. The plots are usually about Arnie's numerous schemes to gain status and riches, and misinterpreting his kids' activities. The mother is nurturing, while the father is an idiot who doesn't want to be bothered by the kids or wife, and would rather spend all of his Friday nights playing poker with his buddies. The show's storyline often involved the family's humorous misadventures and their opinions on various issues, which frequently clash with one another. After only 13 episodes, the show was canceled on December 2nd, 1972, but NBC continued to air reruns of The Barkleys until September 1973. Like The Barkleys, the next one also got canceled after airing only 13 episodes due to its low ratings and lack of popularity. The Roman Holidays aired for half an hour on Saturday mornings from September 9th to December 2nd, 1972. This animated series was produced by Hanna-Barbera Productions for NBC in 1972. Hanna-Barbera created the Roman Holidays to be like their earlier successful show, The Flintstones. This production brought ancient Rome to life in a modern way. The Holidays were a Roman family living in an apartment building in ancient Rome. Despite living in the past, they deal with everyday problems that are relatable today. The plot follows the life of Augustus Holiday and his family. Gus, the father, works for a demanding boss named Mr. Tycoonus. Gus's family included his wife Lori and kids Preciosa and Happy, and their pet lion, Brutus. They have good friends who live nearby, including Herman, Henrietta, and their daughter, Gruvia, who is Happy's girlfriend. Their landlord, Mr. Evictus, often causes them trouble. He tries to catch them with their pet lion, Brutus, and threatens to evict them. Mr. Evictus has a daughter named Snobia, and Gus often worries that they'll get kicked out of their home. Despite its unique premise, the Roman Holidays failed to gain attraction with audiences, so it only lasted for 13 episodes before it was finally canceled. The show was later replayed on several TV channels, including USA Cartoon Express in the 80s, Cartoon Network in the 90s, and Boomerang in the 2000s. The next one is also one of Hanna-Barbera Productions. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kids aired for 30 minutes on Saturday mornings from September 8, 1973 to December 1, 1973 on NBC. The series title is inspired by the unrelated 1969 film Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, which starred Robert Redford and Paul Newman. Like the Hanna-Barbera Scooby-Doo Where Are You?, the show depicts the adventures of a titular teen pop group who solve crimes with the help of high-tech gadgets and their dog, Elvis. The band consists of 4 friends: Butch Cassidy, Mary Lee, Stephanie, and curly-haired Wally. This group of friends solves crimes with the help of high-tech gadgets and Wally's dog, Elvis. The group of friends are advised by a supercomputer who is named Mr. Socrates. However, Mr. Socrates has a huge problem. He is very allergic to dogs. Whenever the group goes to visit Mr. Socrates in his lair for their latest assignment, they have to leave Elvis outside. But Elvis always finds its way inside the lair, which makes Mr. Socrates sneeze and go crazy. This always makes Mr. Socrates send the group out of the lair and off to their assignment. After airing 13 episodes, the anime show came to an end almost the same time as Goober and the Ghost Chasers. This cartoon series combined mystery, adventure, and humor. The show followed the adventures of Goober, a clever dog, and his friends as they solved paranormal mysteries. Goober and the Ghost Chasers takes after the Scooby-Doo and the Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid series. It follows the story of 3 teenagers, Ted, Jilly, and Tina, who solve mysteries with their companion, a green-colored Saluki named Goober. This dog can involuntarily become invisible. Writing for the Ghost Chasers magazine, the group travels to various places and uses equipment from their apparition kit to determine whether or not the ghost is real. Eventually, the group comes across the real ghost, which could help defeat the fake ghosts. Sometimes, the imposters are not criminals. Compared to Scooby-Doo, Goober can speak more clearly, but other characters do not understand him. After airing for half an hour on ABC from September 8th to December 22, 1973, the show came to an end after its 16th episode. Sealab 2020 is an environmentally themed show set in an undersea research lab focusing on marine science and ecology. The series occurred in 2020 at Sealab, an underwater research base on the Challenger seamount. Sealab was home to 250 people and was dedicated to exploring the seas and protecting marine life. Captain Michael Murphy is the commander of the operation, and Dr. Paul Williams, a Chinook oceanographer, led the scientific research team. Some of the challenges the Sealab crew faced were threats to Sealab and marine life from shipping and potential environmental disasters. They were also attacked by sharks and giant squids. The show came to an end with a total of 15 episodes, 13 aired, and 2 remaining unaired. Sealab 2020 was, however, parodied by a follow-up series entitled Sealab 2021. It originally aired on Cartoon Network in December 2000, then on Adult Swim from September 2, 2001 to April 24, 2005. Bailey's Comets is a wacky cartoon featuring teams of roller skating competitors racing around the world in outrageous scenarios. It is an animated cartoon series that aired on CBS. Different roller skating teams compete in a worldwide race to various locations in search of clues that will lead them to $1 million prize at the end of the race. Besides the team interfering with each other, some outside forces and subplots would step in to hinder the team's progress. The Bailey's Comets team were the protagonists of the show, and they had higher chances of winning the $1 million prize. This team consisted of Barnaby Bailey, the handsome leader of the team. He is the one who generally calls the shots and has to take the most risks. Candy is a pretty blonde-haired girl, presumed to be Barnaby's girlfriend. Sarge, Wheelie, Bunny, and Pudge. Other skating teams tried to hinder the Bailey's Comets team from winning. Some of the teams that compete against Bailey's Comets include the Texas Black Hats, the Jekyll Hides, the Ramblin' Rivets, the Duster Busters, the Roller Coasters, the Stone Rollers, the Cosmic Rays, and the Gargantuan Giants, among others. The next one was one of Hanna-Barbera's few dramatic series. The Devlin is a drama about a family of motorcycle stunt performers inspired by the popularity of the motorcycle Daredevil. Devlin aired for 16 episodes on ABC from September 7th to December 21st, 1974, with reruns airing until September 1976. The series features a stunt motorcyclist with a traveling circus named Ernie Devlin and his siblings Todd and Sandy. Ernie Devlin is a motorcycle stunt rider in a traveling circus owned by Hank McSummers. His siblings Todd and Sandy help out in preparing his stunts as they have various adventures along the way. The series is voiced by Michael Bell, Mickey Dolenz, Michelle Robinson, and Norman Alden. The Amazing Chan series was co-produced by Hanna-Barbera and Australia's Eric Porter Studios for CBS in 1972. The show was loosely based on the Charlie Chan series of mystery novels and films, which began with the 1925 novel, The House Without a Key. The show is about how Charlie Chan, a famous Chinese detective, solves mysteries and catches bad guys with the help of his 10 kids and their dog, Choo Choo. Charlie Chan is easily recognized by his blue suit, tie, and fedora hat. This detective travels around the world with his family in the Chan van, a vehicle built by his fourth child, Alan Chan, the mechanical genius of the family. This vehicle can transform itself into other vehicles with the push of a button. The kids are often paired together while solving mysteries. Henry and Stanley, the oldest children, are usually paired together, and they take charge of driving the Chan van. Stanley usually changes into some goofy disguise, much to the chagrin of his older brother Henry, to aid in their detective work. As in many other Hanna-Barbera cartoons of the period, the kids also have their own music group, the Chan Clan, and they perform a song in each episode. In 1977, the beloved Addams Family franchise was adapted into an animated series. This show followed the kooky and lovable Addams family as they went on wacky adventures and got into all sorts of supernatural mischief. The Addamses are a close-knit extended family who have interests in frightful incidents and supernatural abilities. The family consists of Gomez and his wife, Morticia Addams, their children Wednesday and Pugsley, as well as Uncle Fester, Thing, Cousin It, Grandmama, and their butler, Lurch. The Addams family goes on a road trip across America in their spooky camper. Along the way, they visit different places and accidentally cause trouble because of their strange habits and trusting nature. They often get caught up in problems or crimes without realizing it, but sometimes they also help people in need. Due to low ratings and high production costs, the 1973 Addams Family cartoon series lasted only one. Do you remember the dog named Elmo from any cartoon series? If yes, then you certainly watched The Funky Phantom. The series follows a group of teens who try to find shelter from a storm while driving their Looney Dooney dune buggy. These three teenagers, Gilroy, April Stewart, and Augie Anderson, entered an old house together with their dog. The house belonged to a grandfather, and a clock in the old house displayed an incorrect time. They set the clock to midnight and it released two Revolutionary War-era ghosts. The first is an American patriot named Jonathan Wellington Muddlemore, whom the kids call Mudsy, and his cat Boo. The two explained that during the Revolutionary War, they had stumbled upon two redcoats, so they hid inside the clock to escape from enemy soldiers. But they were unable to get out of the clock and eventually died inside. Luckily for them, they became free with the help of their friends, so Mudsy and Boo helped the kids solve mysteries, even though they were invisible to others. How many of these cartoons do you remember watching? Let us know in the comments section below.